Anyway, let us check out the KFC video. The disastrous downfall of KFC. Deep fried problems, he ain't smiling until you are.
For more than half a century, the smell of pressure-fried chicken seasoned with...
That does look pretty good. I go for some KFC.
11 herbs and spices meant one thing. Kentucky...
Sorry, how fucking... Sorry.
Fried chicken seasoned with 11 herbs and spices meant one...
What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Nah, that's crazy. Firstly, I don't know what year this video is from, because $20 for that much food is crazy. Secondly, why can you buy that much food?
One thing, Kentucky Fried Chicken. At its peak, KFC wasn't just a fast food chain.
This is why we are fat. Understandable.
Was an American institution. But lately, something has gone very wrong in the Colonel's kitchen. So, today, we're taking a look at why Americans are turning their backs on KFC.
I don't know what this is going to be. My guess, initially, would be probably a combination of there being good other competitors. You know, I think that's probably going to be the main thing. There's just being good other competitors, and then also fast food generally just going down in sales.
But before we dive into the Colonel's crisis, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Foods channel. After that, please leave a comment and let us know what other fast food chains...
US mutant chickens, that's also a good point. I don't know what the fuck you guys feed your chickens. Kane's chicken is better. So I actually found out something recently. There is another franchise called Lane's. Lane's and Kane's both have almost identical menus. Were started in different states, but are now basically in the very few states they both exist together are like this competitor thing. I watch random there's this channel that I watch that goes to like random restaurants that no one goes to, restaurants that are like knockoffs of other restaurants. I don't know. I just enjoy food content sometimes.
You would like to hear about. Okay, let's cluck and do this thing. The KFC story starts not in a gleaming corporate boardroom, but at a gas station on U.S. Route 25, just outside Corbin, Kentucky.
Okay.
In 1930, a restless entrepreneur named Harlan Sanders began feeding hungry travelers out of his own dining room.
Wait, he was an actual guy? I didn't know the Colonel was an actual guy. I thought I just assumed the Colonel was like a mascot sort of thing. I didn't know the Colonel was the actual guy who started it.
The middle-aged Sanders had already been a farmhand, a streetcar conductor, an amateur lawyer, and an insurance salesman. A
Makes
career
sense.
arc that suggests a man who was very good at starting over. But it turns out he also had a gift for cooking fried chicken, which quickly built him a reputation among the motorists passing through. By 1936, his operation had become successful.
Internationally famous. England, Canada, United States, Hawaii. Yeah, Hawaii. Sorry, we're getting sidetracked by bullshit. It always confuses me that, like, Hawaii is considered part of the US. That doesn't make any sense.
Enough that Kentucky Governor Ruby LaFoon awarded him the honorary title of Kentucky Colonel. The title of Colonel usually suggests a man who has led troops into battle. Sanders led hungry motorists to a dining room table, then proudly clung with the title for the rest of his life. He renamed the operation Sanders Court and Cafe, expanded to 142 seats, added a motel across the street, and crucially, replaced his iron frying pan with a pressure cooker, which cut the cooking time dramatically.
They still use pressure. I have friends who've worked in KFC. They still use pressure cookers now.
And produced the juicy, crackling result that would become his signature. The recipe he perfected, built around a blend of 11 herbs and spices that remain a trade secret to this day, gave the chicken a flavor complex enough that people drove up.
People know. So there's a number of recipes that are floating out there for the KFC recipe. The problem is KFC has changed their recipe over the years, so it is unclear if any of the recipes are actually real or if they're all fake. Because a lot of them taste a lot like KFC, but a little bit different. But are any of them the original recipe? Is really hard to say.
Out of their way to get it. The franchise model came later. In 1952, Pete Harmon, a restaurant owner in South Salt Lake, Utah, became the first official Kentucky Fried Chicken franchisee, and the brand started spreading. It was Harmon who introduced the now iconic red and white bucket in 1957, but the growth that followed
Does Aussie KFC use chicken salt? No. It's still KFC. We still use the KFC formula. The difference is we have chickens that are actual chickens and not whatever the fuck you guys have. Also, we don't bleach our chicken, so that also helps.
To manage. And in 1964, he sold the company to investors led by John Y. Brown Jr. and Jack C. Massey for $2 million. He reportedly cried on the plane home. What followed was a decades-long shuffle through corporate ownership. Hublin, R.J. Reynolds, PepsiCo, before the brand eventually landed with Yum! Brands, which also owns Taco Bell and Pizza Hut. KFC expanded globally at a remarkable pace, eventually reaching over 145 countries, and at one point operating nearly 27,000 locations worldwide. And for a long time, it was the unquestioned king of fast food chicken. Then things got complicated. It would be convenient if KFC's decline could be traced to a single bad decision, a disastrous menu item, a tone-deaf ad campaign, to a single bad decision, a disastrous menu.
Rotisserie. They did rotisserie chicken at one point? I feel bad for anyone who had to work in one of these stores when they did fucking rotisserie chicken. You gotta, get a bunch of new material, all this bullshit. Have you played I Love You, Colonel Sanders? I have not. I am aware of it, though.
Item. The tone-deaf ad campaign. A supply chain collapse. In reality, it's messier than that. KFC's current struggles are the product of years of accumulated missteps, missed opportunities, and a brand that seemed to be sleepwalking while the competition sprinted past it. Start with the numbers. KFC experienced multiple quarters of declining sales and ended 2024 overall with sales 5% lower than in 2023. And the first months of 2025 showed a fall with sales 5%.
What? Wait. They're lower than... Okay, I guess I guess they just don't have as strong of a distribution network as the Yum brand has.
5% lower than in 2023, and the first months of 2025 showed no improvement, with U.S. sales down approximately another 4%. This would be alarming enough on its own, but what makes it worse is the context. In 2024, fast food sales were up across the industry. Wingstop, Raising Cane's, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, Zaxby's, Bojangles, their numbers all moved in the right direction. KFC was one of the very few major chains losing ground in a category that was growing everywhere else. It is now ranked third in market share among U.S. chicken chains, behind Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, two brands that barely existed in their current form when KFC was in its heyday. Customer traffic tells the same story. Monthly foot traffic declines ranged from 2% to 12% every quarter in 2024 and into 2025. People weren't just spending less per visit, they stopped coming in at all. Why? Well, according to one data set compiled from consumer reporting agencies, KFC receives an average of...
It took a long time, but the Double Down did come to Australia. It's... it's rough. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it's just chicken and chicken.
To one data set compiled from consumer reporting agencies, KFC receives an average of roughly 5,000 customer complaints per month. Chick-fil-A, which has fewer U.S. locations, averages around 500. That's not a statistic, that's a verdict. The most common complaints center on food quality and service.
So I can't talk about America, but I will say that every single time I walk into a KFC, they get something wrong. Now, I don't order a complicated order. I don't know if... I know some of these don't exist in America. There's So one thing we have here is a mega chicken box. It's it's basically one of all of the different chicken they have. You probably have something similar in the US, whatever you might call it. Every single time they forget the sauce. Literally every single time they forget the sauce. I don't know how. I don't know why. I have never been there and they didn't forget the sauce. Sometimes they forget one of the pieces of chicken. That's even more annoying.
And they are not.
This is why I always walk into the store to buy it, because I know they're going to fucking forget something.
Not entirely wrong. In Food Republic's own ranking of fast food fried chicken chains, KFC finished dead last. Customers have also been documenting some pretty conspicuous shrinkflation, pieces that seem to have shrunk while prices climbed. And prices have climbed steeply. KFC's menu got substantially more.
KFC hot and spicy chicken shrink. Can we see a good comparison? Yeah, so we have these, like, it's just like a spicy bit of chicken, and they're basically the size of a nugget now. They used to be these, like, relatively, like, the same sort of size as, like, the chicken patties they would use. Every Macca's in Southern Adelaide fucks up my order every time. Hojax leaves out the straw for the drink 95% of the time. Yeah, honestly, more often than not, I've been going to, like, more local places. Honestly, I like, a lot of the time I go to, like, there's some, like, banh mi places that are pretty good. Just go somewhere more local and you'll usually get better service and probably better food as well.
More expensive.
But I do like KFC. I do like KFC.
Expensive coming out of the pandemic.
What the fuck?
And value-conscious consumers noticed. A chain that built its reputation on feeding families affordably started to feel like it wasn't keeping up its end of the bargain.
Yeah, that's a big thing for KFC. A big thing for all of them.
An AI-generated ad went viral for the wrong reasons. The Colonel's hands had the wrong number of fingers, which is
I
exactly
actually missed
the
this
kind
one.
of uncanny valley nightmare that
I
tends
did
to
not hear about this
overshadow
at all.
whatever product you were trying to sell. You're going to use artificial intelligence in your advertising. The bare minimum requirement is that the person holding the chicken should have a normal human hand. Meanwhile, the company's relationship with its home state took an ugly turn. In early 2025, Yum! Brands announced it was relocating KFC's corporate headquarters from Louisville, Kentucky to Plano, Texas, a move widely characterized as a tax strategy. Yeah. Not surprisingly, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear came out against the move publicly. For a brand that has spent 75 years selling a very specific geography as part of its identity, after all, it isn't TFC, relocating to a Dallas suburb for financial reasons is the kind of decision that has a way of following you around, like Garfield.
Does Australia have a lot of sushi joints, and is it expensive? I don't know. I can't say. It's hard to say if it's expensive. I don't know the comparison point. But yes, we do have a pretty much every sort of like East Asian food. We have a lot of immigrants from that region. We have a lot of Chinese joints, a lot of Vietnamese joints, a lot of Thai joints, a lot of Japanese joints. Yeah, pretty much like you're gonna find sushi relatively easily. Pretty much every suburb has at least a sushi place, maybe two.
Brooks growing out of bangs and becoming Chris Gaines. There are operational problems too. The company has been slow to adopt modern ordering technology, including touchscreen kiosks that have become standard at competitors. There's also the menu, which has expanded and contracted erratically over the years, and has struck many customers as unfocused and confusing.
This is something that McDonald's does a little bit differently. McDonald's likes to experiment with their menus. It fucking sucked working there. It fucking sucked every other month. You'd have some bullshit new item on the menu that you gotta deal with. But KFC, they kind of don't really experiment that much. They have what they have, and then tend to cycle things back in.
And then there's the chicken sandwich situation.
Burger.
When the chicken sandwich wars ignited in 2019 and Popeyes launched a sandwich that broke the internet, KFC, the company that literally invented the fast food chicken category, might have been sitting on the sidelines. Losing a chicken sandwich competition
chicken burger.
when your entire
I refuse
identity
to say chicken
is
sandwich.
It was like Elvis losing an Elvis impersonator contest. Just sad. All this is probably a big part of why store closures have accelerated. In the summer of 2024, dozens of KFC KFC locations suddenly shut across Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana after a franchisee, EYM Chicken, ran into financial trouble. 13 locations closed in the UK around the same time. There are now fewer KFC restaurants in the United States.
Popeye chicken is very good, but Jollibee amazing. We are getting Jollibee here soon-ish. At least in Australia. Whether my state's going to get one, who knows what's going to happen. I've heard many a good thing about Jollibee. Many good things.
Then at the chain's peak. And as of 2025, it accounts for just 1/4 of Yum brand's domestic locations. A sign of just how much it has been overshadowed by its corporate siblings. Here is where KFC's story gets genuinely complicated, because the same brand that's struggling badly at home has been thriving almost everywhere else.
Yep, people love KFC in most of the rest of the world. I'm blanking on... What's the fucking... I'm blanking on the stupid name of the box. What is it? Oh, hot rods are back! Wait! Okay, I might have to go get some hot rods. Zinger box, there it is. This is the KFC Zinger box. As has been dubbed by people on Twitter, the Australian bento box. I had that for lunch an hour ago. Yeah. It's really good. This is the hot and crispy chicken. Hot and spicy chicken. It's not this big anymore. It's like half the size. So this is 2 pieces of hot and hot and crispy chicken, whatever the fuck it's called. Actually, no. I think I called it... No, they've changed the name. It's now boneless... Wicked boneless... whatever the fuck it's called. You get some potato and gravy back here. This is shredded lettuce, aioli, and then a Zinger chicken patty. Yeah, wicked boneless, something like that. You eat chips, and then whatever drink you want. I usually go for usually my go-to is like a Sunkist. But, you know, get whatever you want, whatever you're into.
In the first half.
But, yeah, sorry, I got distracted by the hot rods. The hot rods are back. I don't know when this happened, but I'll have to go get some hot rods. Hot rods are chicken skewers. Spicy chicken skewers. I didn't know they were back. I might have to go get them. This is what I was saying before, right? KFC likes to cycle items in and out of the menu rather than make anything new anymore.
Of 2025, KFC's system-wide sales outside the United States were up 7%, while domestic U.S. sales continued to fall. The company now operates in over 145 countries and territories, with more than 29,000 locations globally as of 2024. And China alone accounts for roughly 10,000 of those. KFC entered China in 1987 as the first Western fast food chain to do so, and that bet paid off spectacularly. What makes KFC's international success especially interesting is how radically the brand has adapted to local cultures. They've gone way beyond the whole Royale with cheese thing. In China, KFC operates with a fundamentally different business model than in the U.S. Larger dining areas to accommodate family groups, a broader and more localized menu featuring items like egg tarts, soy milk drinks, and congee. In India, where the company has over 1,000 locations, chicken curry bowls and vegetarian options fill out a menu.
See, this is why people say, like, if you're gonna go to another country, try the American fast food there, because you get shit like this.
The subcontinent's culinary traditions. There are over 1,100 outlets in Japan, where KFC has been a Christmas tradition since a 1974 marketing campaign effectively replaced Santa Claus with Colonel Sanders, 2 white-bearded old men, one of whom actually delivers. The international menu is its own rabbit hole. In the Philippines, there's the chitza, a pizza where the crust is literally a piece of fried chicken.
Is that good? Filipinos, I know you're here. You can't hide from me. First time hearing about. I'm assuming maybe it's not like a current item. Maybe it was on the menu at one point.
Topped with marinara, cheese, and pineapple. South Korea has produced the cheese donut chicken sandwich, in which a ring
How did America not make this one? What the fuck do you mean? Wait, why is this not an American item? Explain to me why this is only in Korea.
ring-shaped fried chicken fillet acts as the bun around a molten cheese center. Japan offers a teriyaki twister that tastes more like a Tokyo street snack than anything you'd find in Corbin, Kentucky. These items reveal a company that is genuinely creative and adaptable when it wants to be, which only deepens the mystery of why the U.S. operation has been so stuck. Africa and the Middle East are also significant markets. Egypt has had KFC since 1973 and now hosts over 164 locations. And South Africa has over 950, by far the largest presence on the continent. Nigeria, Kenya, and Uganda are all growing markets as well, with the company targeting the continent's expanding middle class. KFC is, in many parts of the world, not a brand associated with decline. It's a
Oh, okay, no, we're in Japan, yeah. So this is the Christmas menu. You can buy a roast KFC chicken. You gotta order this shit in advance. Like, this is not something you just get on the day. Like, they take orders, like, months in advance.
Associated with aspiration. Not everything overseas is going smoothly, though. In Turkey, the KFC operator IS Gida declared bankruptcy in 2025, resulting in the closure of hundreds of locations, effectively ending KFC's presence in the country for the foreseeable future. Maybe they should have called it Kentucky Fried Turkey. In July 2025, KFC announced what it was calling the Kentucky Fried Comeback, which meant they were giving the Colonel a facelift. It was a multi-pronged campaign built around the acknowledgement that something had gone wrong, and an attempt to convince American consumers to give the brand another shot. The campaign's tagline was blunt. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. The face of the effort was Catherine Ton Gillespie.
Maybe you should rethink that one. That's a fucking terrible catchphrase. Genuinely awful catchphrase.
The Colonel lived so we could chicken.
Like, what is that cat... Like, did you just, like... Was that the first idea you had? The Colonel lived so we could chicken. Surely someone in that room had an idea. Someone in that room had to have been like, that sounds fucking stupid.
The face of the effort was Catherine Ton Gillespie, who had been promoted from Chief Marketing Officer to President of KFC.
I understand the problem. No one wanted to be fired. She had a bad idea, and no one wanted to be fired. I understand. That makes sense.
The U.S. in February 2025, one of several.
Oh, and she got involved. Who was the CEO who didn't really want to eat their own burger? Which brand was that? Because then all of the other CEOs, presidents, whatever, started copying the trend. It was Macca's? Yeah, okay. To be fair, I wouldn't want to eat a Macca's burger either.
Leadership changes at the brand. The visual centerpiece of the campaign was striking. The Colonel's familiar smiling face, which had adorned KFC storefronts and logos for decades, was replaced with a scowl. His expression shifted from cheerful to serious across store signage, billboards, and social media. The message was, we know we're not happy about it either. Ton Gillespie put it directly. The Colonel would not be happy about our market share. The Colonel's not going to be smiling until our customers are. The campaign also featured celebrity chef and the Bear actor Matty Matheson, who appeared alongside a dramatized Colonel Sanders in a new spot called Obsession, depicting Sanders' single-minded pursuit of the perfect fried chicken recipe. It's a strategy as old as marketing itself, and the chicken won't save
I don't understand American marketing, man. I don't understand American marketing.
Dig up the Colonel. The campaign included tangible consumer incentives, a free bucket on us digital promotion.
Oh, that is the actual way to get people back.
$15 app or website purchase. New menu items arrived alongside it. Fried pickles, a new comeback sauce, and a return.
I'm not a pickle enjoyer.
Return of the $7 Phillips value meals.
There's the way you get people back. That's the way you do it. Here's the cheap meal again. Hey guys, remember when fast food was cheap? Hey guys, remember 6 years ago It wasn't even that fucking... Okay, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. There are these fucking Zoomers, these fucking Gen A, like young Zoomers, Gen A people, who don't even believe you when you say things like, did you know that, like, you could buy a full KFC meal for, like, under $10? Did you know that you could feed your family for like $20 at KFC at one point? Like, this idea doesn't even like register in their head.
The brand also leaned into a related new concept called Saucy, a tenders-focused spin-off launched in Orlando that swaps the traditional KFC color scheme for a buzzy pink interior and offers 11 different sauces. Early results from the Saucy locations were reportedly strong enough that Yum! Brands executives discussed expansion, with the converted location ranking among the top-selling in the entire country. Whether any of this will actually work remains an open question, and the skepticism is warranted. Research conducted ahead of the campaign found that even among non-consumers, 90% of respondents had positive feelings toward KFC as a brand. The problem isn't that Americans dislike KFC. The problem is that too many of them have stopped thinking about it at all. Dislike KFC. The problem is that...
Pot pie. You can buy a fucking pie at KFC? What the fuck?
Too many of them have stopped thinking about it at all. Getting people to reconsider a brand they've quietly
the dog loves
moved off
KFC,
from
that's for
is
sure.
genuinely difficult, and KFC has attempted variations of this kind of turnaround before, including a re-kernelization strategy launched in 2016 that produced only short-term gains, which ultimately didn't stick. As of late 2025, there was little hard evidence that the comeback campaign had moved the needle on domestic sales in any meaningful way. The bigger structural issue may be that for Yum! Brands, KFC's U.S. business simply isn't the priority. About 80% of the company's domestic profits come from Taco Bell.
Makes
and
sense.
KFC's international business has been thriving on its own. There is a real possibility that the version of KFC that once dominated American fast food culture is a smaller and smaller part of the parent company's actual business model. Not a flagship that needs to be saved, but a legacy property that generates reasonable revenue while executives focus their energy elsewhere. KFC has an uphill battle ahead. The chain that once defined American fast food chicken finds itself outmaneuvered in its own category, operating with a fractured identity, a brand name that no longer even accurately describes where it lives, and a series of competitors who have learned from the Colonel's playbook and executed it better. The bucket is still iconic. The 11 herbs and spices are still a secret, but in 2026, that might not be enough. So what do you think? Will KFC actually pull off a comeback?
That was fun. I like that. I actually did enjoy that one. I want to get some KFC now. We spent quite a long time on that one. I got a bit distracted by it. Here's another one of the 3D animation one doesn't interest. What is this one? No, that was okay. That was fun. Yeah, I've only had Australian KFC. I love KFC. KFC is it is a staple brand amongst like tradespeople, electricians and various other trades you might be involved in. Like the idea of a tradie going and buying like a fucking the fuck was it again? I blanked on the name again. Australia KFC fucking what is it? Zinger box. Yes, I don't know why I keep forgetting the Zinger box. The idea of like a tradie going and buying a Zinger box is just like that's like a cultural thing. What do the chicken joints compete against KFC in Australia? You know what? We don't really have a big chain that competes with it. Let's actually find out. Australia KFC chain. Not KFC. Chicken. I keep saying fucking KFC. Australia fried chicken. Like Nando's? Nando's is probably the only other... Like Red Rooster and Nando's. That's pretty much it. Fried chicken chains. Nando's. Oh, Oporto. Forgot about Oporto. Never heard of Chicken Treat. That's not in my state. Popeyes wants to expand into Australia. We kind of have like a big open market. We have a Porto, we have Red Rooster, we have Nando's, but there's definitely a space, like KFC is the majority of that market. Like the alternative to that mostly is like local chicken shops. It's interesting, right? Like fried chicken isn't as big. A lot of it is more like, you know, going and buying like a chicken quarter from like a roast chicken quarter, things like that.